In the beginning of the movie, we see a couple, in which Patrick and Adeline were both very happy because Patrick had proposed Adeline for marriage. After the proposal, both of them kissed. But then Patrick gets a call from his hired photographer, who told him that the photo did not come out properly, so you have to do this whole drama again. Patrick gets angry at that, but then he proposes to Adeline again, but as soon as the cameraman, he tried to take a photo when the killer of this movie hid a big knife across the head of the cameraman and killed him. After proposing again, Patrick called the same man, but he did not pick up the call, so Adeline took the phone from him in anger, but immediately the killer killed Patrick by shooting an arrow in his head. He attacked Adeline too, but Adeline ran away and hid in a field. The killer called Adeline from Patrick's phone and got to know the location, so he immediately reached Adeline and attacked Adeline, but the arrow hit Adeline's leg. Somehow, Adeline runs away from there to save her life and enters a wine factory, where she found the factory guard, from whom she started asking for help. Then the killer came there. Before the guard could take out his gun, the killer threw a knife at the guard, due to which he was also killed on the spot. Now, by the time the killer took out his knife from the mouth of that guy, Adeline hid in a crusher machine, which was used to kill Adeline. The killer knew about it. He closed the door of the same machine and then started it, which resulted in Adeline getting crushed in the machine and getting killed. And this was the intro of this movie. After this, we are told that for the last 2 years, this killer has been killing couples. His name is Hurt Eyes, and this killer comes out only during Valentine's week. Well, now after this, we see a girl named Ellie, who had recently broken up. She used to stalk her ex-boyfriend all the time, who used to post photos on social media with his new girlfriend. Seeing these photos, Ellie did not feel good, and she also wanted a new partner. Here, we also met her friend Monica. They meet. In the meantime, Ellie's coffee also arrives. Ellie goes to get her coffee, but the same coffee was ordered by a boy named Jai. Both were very happy that the taste of both was same. After this, both started drinking coffee together. Meanwhile, Ellie took out her metal straw because she does not harm the environment by using plastic. Meanwhile, one of their sugar packets fell down. While trying to pick it up, Jai's nose hit Ellie's head, due to which blood started flowing. Ellie gets very upset, so she gives him a tissue and runs away from there. After this, she reaches her office because today she was going to get a job. Actually, she used to work in the marketing department of a jewelry company, where she was asked to color a campaign whose theme was going to be romantic, but she has just had a broken heart, due to which Ellie showed couples dying in the ending of that advertisement, due to which people did not like it, and people started making negative comments. Now this work is not being accepted. To make amends, Ellie's boss calls Jay because he works as a freelancer. She had broken her nose at the coffee shop recently, so all this had become quite awkward for Ellie. Now after this, we see 2 detectives, Hobb and Shaw, who had reached the same wine factory to investigate. After killing Adling, the killer had made a heart with flowers there, and had also kept Adling's real heart there. But the killer made a mistake that her wedding ring was left there, under which the alphabets J and S were written. That means the killer also has his own setting, but how much fun he gets in killing other couples, you will get to know that in the end. On the other hand, Jay was talking to Ellie where he tells her that he has booked a table in a restaurant, so he wants Ellie to come with him for dinner, where they will also discuss how to fix the campaign. Now in the evening, Ellie got ready and reached the same restaurant, but as soon as Jai reached there, but then she sees her ex-boyfriend behind him, to make him feel jealous, Ellie immediately kisses Jay, but the killer saw their kiss from a distance, which means that he is going to follow them now. Jai goes to drop Ellie to her house, but the problem is that Ellie had forgotten her house keys in a shop from where she had bought this dress. Jai helps her and breaks the glass in the gate, but a glass also got stuck in his hand. Ellie immediately comes inside and she opened the closet, but the killer was already hiding inside the closet. He attacks both of them. During this, there was a lot of struggle among the 3, but at the end, they locked him in a room, but it was of no use because the killer cut the gate with a knife. He follows them where he says that these 2 are not even a couple, so he should not let them go. Both of them ran ahead, but on the way the killer attacked Dan and made him unconscious. Ellie came to a park to save her life where the killer was about to kill her, but the police arrived there on time. But as soon as the police arrived, the killer had also left from there. Ellie tells all these things to the police, during which the police came to know through the radio that the killer has been caught, but the police had caught Jai by mistake, because when the police saw Jai, he had the mask of the same killer on his face, and he also had a gun to shoot those arrows. Ellie talks to him, where Jai was very angry because she had left him and ran away. Hob and Shaw take Jai with them and question him. Then, when Hob leaves from there, Shaw starts flirting with Jai, because she was single, and she also found Jai very handsome. Meanwhile, Ellie also came to the police station so that she could free Jai. There she found a man named David who had come to fix the lights and camera. He, without knowing him, directly asks Ellie to go for coffee, but Ellie refuses him, so he also leaves from there. Meanwhile, Ellie feels that there is definitely someone in the nearby storeroom. Then Shaw also comes there, who started talking to Ellie, but then the light went off, due to which Ellie gets worried. Shaw said that there is nothing to worry about. This happens often here. At the same time, the other police lady went to check in the same storeroom, but she did not find anyone there, so Ellie also breathed a sigh of relief. But as soon as that woman came out, the same killer was standing behind in the darkness, who inserted the flag of USA in that woman and killed her by hanging her in the air. Ellie was hiding here and there in the dark, but that killer turned on the night vision of his mask, but even then, Ellie escapes from there. On the way, she meets Shaw, on whom the killer attacks, and ignores their voices. Hearing this, Hop also comes there, but the killer cuts him in the middle too. Then the killer goes straight to Jay from there, but in the meantime Ellie also reaches there, who shoots the killer with a gun and drives him away from there. Ellie quickly frees Jay, and both run to an open theater. The killer was also behind them, so both of them hide in a van. There was already a couple inside the van who were very drunk. Inside the van, both the couples started making a lot of noise, hearing whose voice the killer comes there, who first thrust a wrench into the boy's mouth, then thrust the girl's mouth in that range too, due to which both of them died. Seeing this scene, there is a stampede there, so Jai also asks Eli to run away from there, but Eli said that the killer had come after us only, so we have to stop him. So both of them together took out the range from the mouth of that dead boy, after which there is a lot of struggle between Jai, Eli, and the killer, but at the end, Jai takes out the sword of the killer and pierces him through it, due to which he is killed there itself. Then both of them together removed the flesh of the killer, where they saw that he was just a common man. But the happy thing is that finally that killer was killed after 2 years. After a while, the ambulance and police come there, where Shaw also came, who was just injured in the hand, and Hob was killed there itself. Now as everything was fine, so Jai says that now he has to leave from here because his friend's wedding is there, so he has to reach the airport too. Shaw also makes Jai sit in his car. Ellie takes Jay with her so that she can drop him at the airport. After this, Ellie reaches her home, but she was missing Jay a lot, and she was also feeling bad that why did she let Jay go. She told this to her friend Monica. Monica said that nothing is wrong yet, and you should go to the airport and stop Jay because he is a very good boy. Ellie also does the same. She reaches the airport where she was searching for Jay everywhere. Meanwhile, she gets a call where, surprisingly, the same killer talks to Ellie, who had kidnapped Jay somehow, and he calls Ellie to him. When Ellie reaches Jack, the killer was behind her. The killer removes his mask, where we saw that it was the same David, the same man who was asking Ellie to go for coffee in the police station. As for how he kidnapped Jay, it was Shaw herself who kidnapped Jay on the pretext of a lift, and she was David's wife. This is the reason why Shaw was saved from the killer in the police station. Apart from getting injured in the hand, it was just a mistake. It was a pretense. For the last 2 years, these two were killing couples together because this was their fantasy, and they used to get a lot of kicks by doing this. They had also killed Patrick and Adling. The wedding ring, which was found by the police in that wine factory, on which JS was written, was also of Shaw, whose full name was Janine Shaw, that is, Janine's J and Shaw's S. They said that we came after you because we had seen you both kissing, and the killer whom you killed in the theater was their fanboy, who used to help them in killing, but the real masterminds were these two. Shaw told Ellie that you have only two options. Pick up the gun nearby with which either you kill yourself or save your life by killing Jai. Ellie does the same, where she was about to shoot herself first, but suddenly she shoots Shaw, but the bullet touched Jay's shoulder, due to which he also gets hurt. David holds Shaw, taking advantage of which Ellie runs away from there with Jai. David also gets blind in anger and shoots him. Doom fired a bullet which did not hit them, but to save themselves from the bullets, both of them fell in a corner. David and Shaw caught both of them. Where Shaw and Ellie were fighting, David had also caught Jay, but in the meantime, Jay took out the same arrow from David's jacket and shot it through his mouth, due to which David fell backwards in pain. Ellie also thrust her metal straw into Shaw's throat while fighting. Then Ellie pushes him and thrusts it into the sword of the statue behind him, due to which Shaw was strangled, and he was killed right there. Meanwhile, David also started crawling towards them, but Jay kills him with his own crossbow. After this, the story moves forward 1 year, where people like the campaign made by Jay and Ellie. At the end of the movie, both of them were sitting in the same theater where Ellie proposes to Jay, and with this, the movie ends here.